Best jump shots in the game. For guards, in my opinion, the best one is Curry, but if you're not going with Curry, most likely it's because you don't get the attributes. Just go with LaMelo Ball. You really can be fine with that. When it comes to the wings, it's very simple. Kuzma, LaMelo, and then when it comes to the bigs, you're really going to be going with Bielitsa or Brissett. It's pretty much that simple. Now, we giving y'all the jump shots off the rip because if you just came for the jump shot, you don't really deserve the rest. So if you just came for the jump shot, just click off right now. But we got a lot in store for this video. Today, I got y'all boys with a very, very special video. So on 2K23, I have studied every single jump shot in the game. I even did a poll to see what y'all would reflect is the best jump shot in the game before I did this video. Now, prior to doing that poll, I had already studied all the jump shots. But when doing so, I found not just the best jump shots, but I found a lot of secrets. It's a lot of questions that people be having. How does this timing impact on my custom jump shot actually affect my jump shot? I figured out everything when it comes to shot release timing, how that works. I figured out everything. And I'm doing it in this video. I didn't want to rush this out because I see a lot of people spamming these jump shot videos. And yeah, they're easy views because a lot of people need help with the jump shots. But I want to make sure to give y'all the perfect jump shot video that you can use for pretty much the rest of the year. Now, if you guys want more videos like this, all I need y'all to do is like the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications. Without further ado though, let's hop into it. While recording this video, I have put myself through unbelievable damage from lag outs, playing with randoms. I don't know what else to say. So please drop a like. Please. It's all last. It's all last. Please. I'm so damn happy. I lost. Now in this video, I plan to go over everything. Everything jump shot wise. When it comes to shot release timing setting, when it comes to release speed, when it comes to every attribute, when it comes to the shot attributes, even badges, and how the 3-point rating and mid-range rating work. We're gonna be going over everything, even takeovers. So if you guys want more videos like this, like the video. But yeah, let's hop into it. So when it comes to the guard jump shots, the idle one in my opinion is Curry. Now, there are actually Curry replicas within the game. You got Markelle Fultz, you got Brissett, and there's actually some other ones that's very, very similar to the Curry base. The only thing is, when it comes to the Curry shot, you're going to pretty much be able to have the best shot attributes. Now, let's go over before we go too in detail on jump shots, because I gave y'all jump shots at the beginning, but that's not the full totality of the jump shots we're going to give y'all in this video, because it's not actually that simple. So, when it comes to the shot attributes, first thing we need to go over is going to be the release speed. Now, release speed on all 3 different dynamic builds is different. So if you make a big, which is 6'10" and up, you only get 3 different release speed choices. If you make a release speed, which is a wing, where a lot of people make, which are 6'8", 6'9", you only get 4 different speed choices. If you make it as a guard, which is, I would say is 6'4" and under, you get 5 different choices. Now, that is going to make your guards be able to have a lot faster jump shots, but that's not the only thing. Depending on your height, you're going to have faster jump shots. So if you're 6'6" and below, which is the wings, you're going to have a faster jump shot than a 6'8" or 6'9". Same thing as if you're tall, like a 6 or 7 foot and up, you're going to have a faster jump shot than a 6'9" or 6'8". That's not even just talking about the different release speeds. So that's something that you got to understand. Then when it comes to these attributes, we're going to go over every single one. Now, release speed is pretty simple. That's just pretty much going to be how fast your jump shot is, but it can be very much capped a lot of times. Why? Release height. Now, sometimes on the release height, it'll give you A+, but you're not getting up as high as other jump shots, and it'll be an A. But the thing that you got to understand with a release height, sometimes depending on the jump shot, now this is depending on the jump shot, it'll actually give you an A+ release speed, but you won't have the same, like it won't be as fast as say a LaMelo, which gets really high. Because sometimes the higher you go, the slower the jump shot. Now, jump shots like LaMelo Ball, Stephen Curry, it doesn't really matter. So I was checking my analytics. Even with 100K, we still have 80% of you guys not subscribed. I don't know what else I gotta do. Now, if you guys want to get more in touch with me, you can join the Discord. But how you watching my videos and not subscribe? Subscribe! It's that simple. But sometimes it does. So when you're looking at your bases and releases, you gotta understand that. Defensive immunity, that's pretty much the only way you can get like negate shot contest. Now, that's not just gonna be negating shot contest. That's gonna be kind of like how the Deadeye and Blinders new like tune is, where Deadeye and Blinders doesn't really like affect like negating shot contest. It just makes it easier to get greens on those certain things. Now, Blinders sometimes does, but not really. It just really makes it much easier to get greens. Now, the higher tier you go, the easier it's gonna be able to get greens and the more effect it's gonna have. Now, same thing with defensive immunity. The way defensive immunity is, it's gonna be doing that and also negating jump shots. So if you really want something to really be what you know as Deadeye of the past, you want your defensive immunity to be up. Now, last but not least, this is actually the biggest one, the timing impact. How does timing impact work in NBA 2K23? Now, I've seen a lot of people have hypotheses on this. I've seen people say it's like the new sniper badge, which even had me thinking that. And I was coming to y'all telling, I heard people say that. I never said it was 100% sure though, because I was studying. The timing impact has nothing to do with greens. Well, I guess it does, and to a certain extent, but your green window pretty much on all these jump shots, like you can have a F timing impact and have a bigger green window than Stephen Curry. The way timing impact actually works is, if you've ever felt like you get a consistent amount of different timing, say you got the fast jump shot, you got the slow jump shot. You ever heard people say that? That's because of the timing impact. Timing impact pretty much is, if you get a contest, you know how it speeds up your jump shot, it's not gonna be as fast. You know how sometimes when you're out of stamina, your jump shot slows down? It's not gonna slow down as much based off the timing impact. Now, when it comes to timing impact, you really can't have that A+ if you don't know, if you have max release speed, because the way release speed works, it's kind of crazy. That's why people thought it was based off, like it was widening the green window. But the only way to really widen the green window as much as possible is lowering your release speed. So at the end of the day, it does affect your green window, but timing impact does much more than that. So yes, it does affect your green window, but it's mainly to show you guys like the impact on your green window and how fast your jump shot becomes or how slow your jump shot becomes based off the situation. Because this year they've made it to where when you shoot from further out, which we are gonna go over, you can pretty much green from anywhere on this game. Even without limitless badge or take, you can pretty much shoot from anywhere on this game. It's just really small green window. And the way timing impact affects that, it'll make it a lot easier to green, which is why Curry has one of the best timing impacts in the game, because Curry can shoot from really far. People like Damian Lillard have a higher timing impact because they can shoot from really far. Trae Young, a lot of those players that can shoot from really far have a good timing impact. So timing impact affects anytime you can like say that your jump shot is altered, whether it's your green window, whether it's your jump shot getting faster or slower, the timing impact affects that. All right, next is the shot release timing. Now, when it comes to shot release timing, we thought this was a lot of different things, but literally all this is the flick of the wrist. So when it came to a lot of people when the game first came out, they were saying the jump shots this year wasn't based off the base. It's based off the releases, which is like your wrist, which is it's true. It's actually true. But the bases, it is based off, you can base it off your bases and you can base it off your releases. Now, if you base it off your releases and just watch your releases every single time, you're never going to really have that issue of like the difference in timings, because if you just look at your wrist every single time and time it based off your wrist, you'll be perfectly fine. It's going to be different timings, but you can pretty much get a green every single time, no matter what your release is, no matter what your timing impact is, based off your release. And the way your releases can alter is your shot timing release time. You can put this to early, very early, late, or very late. But a lot of people that's mastered the release timing, like Steezo, he even did a video on this, and he uses very late. Now, me, I can't do that. That's way too slow. But what you would see is just go to like the Pro-Am facility. If you're on current gen, just go to your My Court, go to the Gatorade facility. If you're on next gen, go anywhere where you can test your jump shot and just keep changing the release timing and look how slow or fast your wrist goes. If you put it on very early, it's gonna be a snap. It's gonna be a instant snap of the wrist. You put it on very late, it's gonna be going like you can literally just watch your wrist. Now, this is very odd because like I said, if you put it on very early, it's like the snap of the wrist. But at the same time, the way you time it based off looking at your wrist is also kind of different because you put it on very early, as soon as you see that hand get all the way back, it's gonna snap instantly forward. So as soon as you see it go all the way back, you release the button. Same thing with all these other ones, but it's like a different mesh point you gotta time it for, from what I've experienced. Now, it may not be the same for you, but I use Oscar Robertson for a majority of my releases, and it makes it very, very simple for me. Let me make sure I change that back to early, because we all know that this year there's been a very, 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 very big issue with 2K resetting your shot timing and your animation. So let me not tweak on that. Now, another recommendation I have for people that really do have an issue with like the difference of timings, if you don't want to look at your release on your build, like when you're shooting, you don't want to look at your wrist every single time, just put on your shot meter. Now, there are some shot meters better than others, so if you want the best one, in my opinion, for shooting, I would say Comet. All right, so here, when it comes to the shooting badges in the game, we're going to do a quick little tier list, not wasting no time. We're going to go every single badge. Agent 3. When it comes to Agent 3, this is a badge that pretty much works for anything shooting if you're a guard. Now, if you're a spot up, it's not pretty much the most important badge, but if you do fade, like off a spot up sometimes people like close out on you. I know the run and go is very OP this year. Agent 3s can even be useful for you. Easily actually helps badge. We're gonna pretty much be going over badges in this, because the shooting badges on this game very interesting, because sometimes they just don't do anything. Amped. Off the rip, we already going to a badge that literally is wasting badges. Now, I've tested this badge time and time again. I've taken it off, I've put it on. I'ma be honest, bro. This game, maybe it does affect like how much slower and stuff like that, but I'm gonna be honest. I have not noticed any difference from my experience of using it. Just a fact. What it's supposed to do is pretty much make it easy to shoot when fatigued. It's pretty much it. It doesn't make it like the jump shot not as slow. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't like change anything like that. It just makes it easier to get greens. And if you're not greening, or it makes it easy to hit shots, and the way it makes shot percentage pretty much makes it easy to get greens. And if you're not greening on this game, I don't know. I would just rather use other badges. There's other badges that you could. So I guess you could say sometimes does something. But yeah, I don't know. Blinders. Now, blinders is a badge that people don't use because they think it's about actually negating jump shots, but it actually helps. It actually helps. It pretty much makes it easier to green. So if you're a person using screens, it's still really good. Like if you get light leads a lot, it's gonna make you be able to get those light leads when people are on your sides a lot easier. It's gonna be a lot easier to get those greens, should I say, on those light leads. Catch and shoot actually helps. If you spot up, one of the best spot up badges in the game. Claymore actually helps. If you're a standstill, like you spot up for real and don't really move that much, one of the best shooting badges in the game. Clutch shooter actually helps. That's one of the best shooting badges in the game. If you play 5v5, it actually also helps on free throws. And clutch shooter is actually, it doesn't matter if it's a close game. That's another thing that's really OP about clutch shooter. If it's the last 7 points of a game in park, it affects. If it's the fourth quarter or overtime, it affects. Doesn't matter if it's a close game. Just clutch shooter. At the end of a game, it's just gonna affect. Combat Kid, the way this badge works, 2K Lab did a study on it. You have to be down 7. Honestly, I like the badge, but the only thing is, you have to be down 7 points. It's not like you have to be down. You have to be down at least 7. That's almost double digits for it to do anything. And then after that, it's like floor general, but only to your shooting attributes. So I would say it sometimes does something because you have to be down. So if you're not down a lot, you know what I'm saying, then it doesn't really do anything. Now, corner specialist is a badge that literally just doesn't work right now. That I do think is going to be fixed, but right now it doesn't really do anything. Deadeye actually helps badge. It's like blinders. The only thing is, it doesn't negate shot contest. So I'll say these are Since people want them to negate shot contests, I put them to semi-helps, but the fact that you can green really high contests with these 2 badges, I feel like they kind of should be actually helps, but it is what it is. Green Machine actually helps. This is a game where you have to get greens. Guard up sometimes does something. If your people have their hands up, it does nothing. It only affects when people have their hands down. That doesn't mean that you won't get contested when they have their hands down, but it doesn't negate the shot contest. It just makes it easy to get green. So yes, you can have somebody in your face, hands down, heavily contest, but you can green it. It doesn't do anything like negating the shot contest. I hope y'all understand. These shot contest badges don't do anything to negate the shot contest. It just makes it easier to get greens. And this is a badge that pretty much this year people know to put their hands up. Limitless range. Now, this is a badge I really want to talk about because you don't need limitless range badge or limitless range take to shoot from anywhere you get an actual jump shot on the game. Like an actual regular jump shot on the game, you can green it. Anywhere. If you see yourself shooting from pretty much damn near half court, you get a regular jump shot in the game, you can green that. The only thing is, without limitless range badge, it's extremely hard to green that. Like, it's a very small green window. When it comes to having limitless range take, that makes it easier to green that as well. The limitless range badge makes it easier to green that as well. But it doesn't give you the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't give you the ability. You can do it without it. The very skilled can do it without it. Like, if you have a 99 3-point rating, it's very easy to do it without it, actually. In comparison to, like, you know what I'm saying? But limitless range is still a very OP badge because it actually makes you pretty much have limitless range take without having takeover. So it actually allows you to now use other takeovers if you want to use that. So yeah, I would say it actually helps. Mini Magician, I would say Mini Magician, it actually helps, but like, come on. Slippery off ball, it actually helps, but if you just hold RT on this game when on offense, it's gonna take your stamina boost, so I don't really know why you would want to do that. Space Creator actually helps. Vom Shooter semi helps. You have to keep shooting, but yeah, at the end of the day, that's pretty much what I would say. These are the badges I feel like if you're using a badge setup, these are valid badges to use in any badge setup. If you're spot ups, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be using catch and shoot Claymore. If you're a guard, you're gonna be using Agent 3s instead of catch and shoot and Claymore. It's just a fact. You're gonna be using any of these badges. Mini Magician if you shoot minis. If you these are badges that semi help, not working all the time, but sometimes depending on what you're doing. And these are badges that sometimes does something. Like when it comes to Comeback Kid, it only affects when you're losing. This is a badge that is only affected when you're in stamina. This is a badge that only is affected when people don't have their hands down. Now, Amped, you could argue should be higher because people have no stamina a lot on this game. But me personally, it just doesn't do the most drastic of difference. So that's kind of why I kind of want to put it wasting badges, but it is what it is. All right, so let's go over a little bit more of how I was talking about these different shot attributes. So when you look at these shot attributes, if you look at these shot attributes from the height, release height, defensive immunity, release speed, if you combo a kind of low release height with a high release speed, your jump shot will be a lot faster than a high release height and a high release speed. Now, there are some jump shots that are just glitches in the game, like LaMelo Ball, which is just a very fast jump shot. But jump shots like Cole Anthony, jump shots like James Harden, which don't have the highest release height, but will get you can put it alongside with like an Oscar Robertson to get your release speed up. They will be some of the fastest jump shots in the game. And on this game, a lot of people get phantom contests, especially when you're on these smaller guards. So you really need you a fast jump shot, which what you can do to go alongside your jump shot is put your release speed low so that you can still be able to time it if you're not really good with fast jump shots. Because even if like you put your release speed lower, it doesn't like change how easy it is to get your timings up, because I've tested it to see if like the shot release time thingy affects like how easy it is to get contest. It has no effect. At the end of the day, it has no effect. It just changed how long you have to hold the button, and it also changed your wrist. But the base of the jump shot is what's going to be pretty much affecting how easy it is to get a contest. If your wrist is still moving and all that, for some reason 2K thought that shouldn't have no impact on it. But yeah, when it comes to the guards, the best jump shots in the game to me, In my opinion, Cole Anthony is a great jump shot that you can use on any guard. LaMelo Ball, we all know, we've all heard people say time and time again this year, LaMelo Ball. In my opinion, the next jump shot would be Steph Curry. Steph Curry, in my opinion, if I had to put these in order, Steph Curry is the go-to, the auto. And then right after that, I would say LaMelo Ball for the guards. And then maybe we can go with, I would say, in my opinion, the next one I would say is Dwayne Wade. But there are some other good ones as well, like Trae Young, Steve Nash, and then you also have Cole Anthony. A lot of people are really like moving towards this Cole Anthony, but I will say, me personally, I like Curry, then LaMelo, then D Wade, then I would say a couple like high rated jump shots, then I would say like Cole Anthony. But Cole Anthony is really good. The only thing is, it's like a really low requirement, so a lot more builds can get it. So yeah. Alright, so when it comes to the best bases for 6'8s and 6'9s and the overpowered pretty much builds of the game right now, the 6'5s to 6'9s. So the best bases in the game for these, again, LaMelo Ball. But in my opinion, this is not the best one. I would say the best one is Kyle Kuzma. Yes, Kyle Kuzma. Now, honestly, coming into this year, Kyle Kuzma was not going to be on my list of jump shots to test, but it's made a crazy wave, and man, it's like hands down my favorite jump shot in the game. Now, honestly, bro, there's a lot of good jump shots that you can get on wings that you just can get on bigs. You can get them on guards. The thing about wings this year, what really makes them OP is, yeah, they get the Oscar Robertson release. They get the good jump shots bigs get. They get the good jump shots guards get. They don't get Steph Curry. They get LaMelo. They don't get, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things, but they do get the Oscar Robertson release, you know what I'm saying? They get a lot of, like, they pretty much like the balance, bro. They don't get like the best, but they get the next best, you know? So yeah, but yeah, Kyle Kuzma is amazing. You really can't go wrong with Kyle Kuzma or LaMelo Ball. But let's say, for instance, you're a person, you don't want to go with what's popular. So if I'm giving you guys some jump shots for the non-popular, the next best one besides Kyle Kuzma, in my opinion, would be, where's he at? I'm not seeing him. Oh, Bielitsa. This jump shot right here, this is one of the most auto jump shots in the game. I can't make it up. Now, don't look at the stats right here, because the shot attributes, I'm not changing like the release 1 and the release 2. When you change the release 1 and release 2, it's gonna do a lot of things. But on this build, bro, or not this build, on these builds, the Bielitsa, if you're a big or a wing, one of the best bases in the game, especially for spot ups. Now, if you want to play with it as a guard, you definitely can. Kyle Kuzma is not really like a 300 jump shot. I feel like this one is more of a 300 jump shot than Kyle Kuzma. But I feel like if you really want to be like a 300 hunter, I would say LaMelo Ball is like the best one because it's the fastest. This one is more of a spot up. Kyle Kuzma is more of a balance. If you want to shoot threes off the dribble, if you want to be able to shoot off the catch, it's more of the balance. This one is more of the spot up. LaMelo is more of the 300, trying to be more of a guard type jump shot. Now, there's also some other decent ones as well. Now, one thing I'll say, a lot of people, every single time I do this, they say Kobe Bryant. And at the end, we gonna go and look at the poll and see what a lot of y'all boys was saying on this. But I want to make sure to get y'all boys the best of the best first. So Kobe Bryant, a lot of people saying Kobe Bryant. I just can't get behind it because it's so slow. But if you are spotting up, you can get it. It doesn't have to be the fastest jump shot. But the next one I would say is KCP, bro. This Caldwell Pope, bro, is one of the best jump shots in the game for not changing your timings. You'll pretty much get the same jump shot on catch and shoots majority of the time, and it's a fact. It's just simple as that. It's a fact. Now, Vince Carter is another really underrated one, and it's really good when it comes to the timing impact, which is why I like it a lot. It's one of the best timing impact jump shots for these builds. But yeah, if I'm going with a jump shot for these builds, I'm going with Kuzma, LaMelo, or Bielitsa. It's that simple. Now, I didn't go over the releases for the guards because the best release in the game, hands down, is Oscar Robertson. It's not even close. When it comes to Oscar Robertson, let me make sure we put on the best jump shot in the game, which in my opinion is Kyle Kuzma, so we can get the full stats. But yeah, if I'm going with the best jump shot in the game, I'm going with Kyle Kuzma, then Oscar Robertson for the releases. Now, why I didn't go releases for guards? Because you can get Oscar Robertson on guards and wings. Now, the thing is, some people don't really want to double up on Oscar Robertson. You might want to go with like a Klay Thompson, a Jason Tatum, or whatever you want to go with on your wing. You may want to go with like a Matt Thomas, a Stephen Curry, or whatever you want to go with on your guard. But in my opinion, the best release in the game is Oscar Robertson. It has the best like sync point when it comes to just watching your build and just knowing what to look for to just release the X button or the square button if you're on PlayStation. In my opinion, Oscar Robertson is the best. Now, when I'm doing my release speed, every single time is max. Now, if you want your release speed to be pretty much the same, say for instance you're using LaMelo Ball on your wing, but you want to use LaMelo Ball on your guard, just go with pretty much like 1 off, because again, it's 5 on guards, 4 on wings, and 3 on bigs. But you gotta understand, if you have a 6'8", even if you have the same exact, you know what I'm saying, release speed, it's not gonna be the same speed because it's just gonna be faster because you're a smaller build. All right, so when it comes to the bigs, the best jump shot for bigs, the best bases for bigs, the best releases for bigs. Easily, in my opinion, it's 2 that you really can't go wrong with. Now, there's an extra one that if you don't like these 2 that you can use, but I'm gonna show you guys these 2 first. So the main one I would recommend is Bielisa. Same thing as what I was saying for the wings. Now, Bielisa is my favorite one for the bigs. Like, most bigs are going to be spotters, but like I said, if you don't want to use this as a spotter, you want to play more like 3 hunt with it, you can. But yeah, Bielisa is the one I would say for bigs. Now, next one is Brissett. O'Shea Brissett is a Stephen Curry clone jump shot. Now, I didn't really go over all the Steph Curry clone jump shots. If you guys do want me to make a full video going over that, because some of them they're clones, but like at the end of the day, they're not the best. I don't want to give y'all bad jump shots. But another one is Markelle Fultz, if you guys want to use that, but you can't use that on bigs. But yeah, O'Shea Brissett is one of the better jump shots in the game, whether you're a wing or a big. I didn't go over on the wings because I think there are better jump shots for wings, but yeah, for bigs, it's one of the best jump shots in the game, hands down. Now, when it comes to other ones you could use, another great one is Bosch. Bosch is another really good one if you want a high timing impact. Like I said earlier, timing impact is very important and crucial when it comes to affecting certain things, like when people are getting contests on you and when you are out of stamina. So yeah, you got to think about all that when you have these said jump shots. Now, when it comes to certain things like the releases, the best releases in order, I'm gonna go in order. First one, the best one in my opinion, I would say, is Dirk Nowitzki. Let me find him though. Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, here go Dirk. So what I would say for Dirk Nowitzki though, I think Dirk is low-key a better like secondary release 2 than a release 1. But when it comes to the next best releases, I would say the next best one is Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is an amazing release, whether you're putting it release 1 or release 2. Now another good one is Kevin Love. Kevin Love is a great one as well. There's also some other good ones like Karl-Anthony Towns, but I feel like these 3 are the 3 best ones in the game. Now, Kevin Durant is a good one, Larry Bird is a good one, but the thing about those are just kind of slow. I want my releases to really help my speed, not just like my timing impact, my defensive immunity. But yeah, you put Dirk Nowitzki with either Tim Duncan or Kevin Love, it doesn't really matter. They're going to make you really have some of the best jump shots in the entire game if you're a big man. So yeah, it's pretty much that simple. You just put this up, you can blend this to be whatever, and that's just pretty much what it's gonna be. Now, I'm gonna try to show you guys like the best stats you can possibly get. Chris Bosh, again, like I said, it's gonna be really good. Just regardless, it's gonna be really good. You can try to get your release speed even higher, but it's just not gonna allow you to have that A+. Now, if you made it to be able to have the Bielisa will allow you to pretty much have you a higher release speed, but you can also get your defensive immunity higher, where you can have an A+ release speed with a A defensive immunity. And like I said, an A+ release speed sometimes with them lower release heights are a lot faster than you're gonna expect them to be. But one thing I say about O'Shea Brissett for the bigs, this is one of the best all-around jump shots in the game for big. But again, look at that timing impact. So you just gotta be able to get used to that timing impact on some of these jump shots. Just is what it is at the end of the day. If you know your jump shot, you're gonna be the green regardless of said obstacles. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be the video. Last week I gave y'all boys the contact dunk tutorial. This week I'm pretty much giving y'all pretty much the entire jump shot, I guess, like formula when it comes to everything for the bases, the releases, the shot attributes, the shot release timing, even badges and takeovers. If you guys want this exact, like, I guess, tutorial formula video for the dribbling, all y'all gotta do is like the video, show the support, subscribe if you're new, I'm trying to grind for y'all boys, so just show the support and I got you. It's that simple. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. And I have to be, man. Alright, so went over everything in the video, but this is gonna be for the people that really stay to the end. So we did a poll. Like I said, we're gonna go over the poll, and I did a poll, and we now let it be a full day. Now I did a poll going over the best jump shot, and I put the options: Curry, Kuzma, LaMelo, Brissett, and other. Now the other is what we're gonna be mainly focused on, but the people that decided the poll, they actually said LaMelo is a better jump shot than Kuzma and Curry and Brissett, and even like any other jump shot. It literally won 50%. 50% of the people that voted on this poll, which was 11,000, said LaMelo. But we're gonna go into the comments, and I'm gonna tell you guys if these jump shots are valid, because again, I studied all the jump shots, all the bases, and it's kind of funny how they made all these jump shots be NBA players and stuff like that. But yeah, let's hop into it. So I don't know how many they gonna really go over, but I'm pretty sure it was a lot of different like jump shots. So first person, I switched to Hayward, and it's been perfect. I like to create my own shot, so it's better than all the others I've tried. Hayward base, Oscar, Kobe, 80-20. I'm 6'9" with an 89 3-point. Yes, Hayward is actually a pretty decent jump shot. I've seen a lot of people commenting that, and that actually is a pretty decent jump shot. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the more underrated jump shots, but I feel like it's starting to get away because a lot of people was actually commenting Hayward for some reason. But yeah, I was expecting a lot of people to say Brissett because a lot of people, that's like the most popular underrated jump shot, I feel like, because like the top 3 popular is like Kuzma, LaMelo, and Curry, and then you got like the Brissetts, the Kobe's. Chris Bosh for bigs is really good. I went over that. Tobias Harris, underrated. It's alright. It's not nothing too crazy. It's some jump shots that you can use over that. But I will say there's a lot of middle of the pack jump shots in this game. Like they have Isaac Bunga, which is now the set shot 25 from last year. They have jump shot 11 from 2K19 back in the game. There's a lot of jump shots in the game that you can actually get away with using. Jay Crowder base, all right. Now, if I see somebody in here talk about Jimmy Butler, which I think I did see somebody on this. I don't know if that was on a video or on this, but Jimmy Butler, if you using Jimmy Butler, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Nigga does a fade, a fade every single time he does a jump shot. I can't get behind that. But yeah, like I said, Kobe Bryant base. I'm expecting to see a lot of Kobe's, a lot of Brissett. KD, I like KD, but the KD, the Birds of the world, the Klay Thompsons of the world, it's just too slow for me. For me personally, it's just too slow. But if you can green it and you can get it off without it getting contested consistently, then yeah, by all means use it. Just me personally, I can't really get behind the KDs, the Kobe's, and all that. Kobe is actually a pretty good spot up, but like it's just a little too slow for me personally. Kuzma, LaMelo, definitely really good jump shots. Brissett, that's Harden. Harden is a really good jump shot. If you wasn't peeping, I didn't show Harden, but yeah, Harden is one of the best jump shots. I did discuss it though. Harden definitely is one of the better jump shots in the entire game. Paul George is an underrated one. I'm surprised to see somebody actually say Paul George, but Paul George is an underrated one, bro. Paul George and Harden, those were my favorites on 2K18, bro. And I feel like they're gonna make a kind of resurgence. LaMelo, Darius Garland, I've went over that in a video previously. But yeah, it is pretty good. Darius Garland, the Kyries, the Damian Lillards, the Trae Youngs. Pretty much any like small guard that can shoot from pretty much deep. Those are like some of the best jump shots for like timing, impact, and stuff like that. So yeah, if you don't want your jump shot to like vary, those are good. Derek Fisher, I've seen a lot of people making waves on Derek Fisher. Derrick Rose, a lot of people when the game first came out, I've seen a lot of people saying Derrick Rose. I feel like people are going off of like moving off of Derrick Rose. But yeah, Derrick Rose is alright. It's not nothing too crazy to me though, to be honest. I hear no one talk about Brissett. I thought I had the secret sauce. Brissett, nah, I don't know what that nigga's talking about. Curry been my fave since 2K20. Curry was crazy, but Curry it might be better than ever this year. I'm gonna be honest. Moses Moody, it was hard. I don't even remember even using Moses Moody. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even remember that. Impossible not to green with Kuzma. Kuzma is really, really good. Jimmy Bucket's base been fire. That nigga needs to be arrested, bro. You might need to be arrested, gang. Ain't gonna lie. Mikal Bridges' base is good too. Luka, I ain't gonna lie. Luka has one of the best like timing impacts, but I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I can't really get behind it. Paul George, like I said, it's pretty consistent, underrated one. KCP, I went over that. Kobe, D Wade, one of the best ones. KD, just too slow. I like Harden. We went over that. Tobias Harris, we went over that. Scottie Pippen, Taurean Prince for the 6'5", 6'9", really good bases. Really good bases. Hayward, Kyrie. Kyrie is a really underrated one. David Lillard, but he's talking about releases there. Honestly though, if you're not going with Oscar Robertson for your releases, I don't know what to tell you. But you can go like Oscar Robertson with a different release. But there are a lot of good releases like Benedict McFarland. Default swing is actually very good. I tested that when I was doing the No Money Spent series, and yeah, that's a really good, bro. If you can get that as a release, it's a really good release for some reason, and it's actually a really good jump shot, even though it has pretty bad timing impact. But like you really don't feel it for real. Cam Reddish, wow. JT Thor is a pretty underrated one. I'm gonna be honest. Terrence Mann, Try Patty Mills. I'm gonna be honest, man. Y'all just saying people now. Marcus Chris is a good one for bigs. Not too crazy, but it's an underrated one. Kelly Olynyk for bigs. It's a fast one for sure. That's one of the faster ones. I'll give him that. You can even use it for release too. Kelly Olynyk release is really fast too. Scottie Pippen, Dominique Wilkins, Tony Snell, Sean Marion, Bullock, Kobe, LaMelo's is okay, and Kevin Martin. So he gave us a lot. He ain't just give us one. He gave us like the full catalog, okay? Okay. And now we just saying people. Julius Randle and Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell is actually pretty decent. I ain't gonna lie. I give him that one. Iverson, if you don't know, there's like a trade break is not in the game anymore. It's Iverson for like the 6'4" and below, and I forgot what it was for the 6'5" to 6'9", but there is another one that you can use for 6'5" and 6'9" that's very similar. I will be honest, they have like a lot of similar jump shots this year. Like there's like 5 different Currys. There's a couple different like ones you could say is jump shot 11. The jump shot 98, we all know that's D-Wade, but they have a couple of different ones that you could say is that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. We got Rudy Gay. I don't want to gloss over Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay is a really good one. That's a really good one. Pascal Siakam, I don't know about that one, but LeBron, I don't know about that one. But yeah, it's some underrated ones, gems in here for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. This year, it's a lot of middle of the pack jump shots. But what I'll tell y'all before we end off this video, I pretty much already ended it. This is only for the people that really stayed the whole time. If you get your jump shot, don't change the jump shot. Don't think 2K is patching jump shots. Just stick with your jump shot. Get it down. It's going to become muscle memory. This year, more than ever, you got to understand the muscle memory and the sync, because you do get different altering jump shots. So just master your jump shot. Don't change it. Master your fade. Don't change it. Whatever you want to do when it comes to your play style, just get better at doing multiple different ways of shooting this year. Don't try to just do like be a one-dimensional shooter. You need to learn how to quick stop. You need to learn how to off the dribble. You need to learn how to do step back. You need to learn how to do spin jumpers. You can't try to be like a one-dimensional shooter this year. It's just a fact. Now, if you're a spot up, then it doesn't really matter too much. But if you're a guard, you really need to diversify yourself as much as possible. And a lot of people this year, they're not really trying to adapt. When I see people talking about steals and all different type of stuff, they're not really trying to adapt. But yeah, that's pretty much what I say for the jump shots. I pretty much already did the outro for the video. But yeah. I appreciate all y'all boys that watched the video. Your boy FITZ, I'm out.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!